50 Cent calls Big Meech a rat. Dun dun bum 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 bum. Please subscribe right now. Look at the post that is on the screen. You know, I didn't let y'all wait it out. I want y'all to give y'all a second to read that. Okay, it says the biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy Cowins. Now, Tammy Cowins is a question that everybody's been trying to figure out. Who is this person? Now, before we get into this breakdown, you know, Big Meech just did 13 years. He did 13 years in jail, and his whole thing right now is he's promoting this big concert out in Miami, which is going to bring out a lot of celebrities, as you can see on the screen, and people from everywhere coming out. Now, with these names that are coming up on February 13th, I mean, a lot of the people in the industry are going to be there. Soon as you look at the damn flyer, it says Little Baby, then Rick Ross. Soon as it say Rick Ross, 50 is not happy. You already know. Anybody on that list would have been cool, but Rick Ross. So he got Rick Ross on the flyer, and then they decided to get together and do a promo. This is a little bit how the promo went.
Big concert. It's going to be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now, this the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself. This shit going to be special. Epic. Get your tickets right now. I'm back.
All he's really saying is February 13th is the show. You know, Big Meech is home. It finally dawned on me that this man even did a song called I Think I'm Big Meech. But whatever. Let's keep it going. Let's focus back on that picture, because that picture is going to be the cause of a lot of things. Now, I knew, and if you knew as a fan of the culture, I want you to write, I knew. As soon as I see this picture, I knew 50 Cent was going to have a problem with this. So, 50 Cent being the most devious man I know, the devious person I know, the man, he does what 50 does and calls him a rat. Now, the way that this is crazy is because he produced the shows for them. Now, when I went online, I tried to look up the amount of money that they made off this show, because it was a lot of money that was made. The only thing that I did find out is that the third season premiere had 5.1 million people watch that premiere, and that was the 25% increase than what the show was doing before. So that's all that we got for that. And obviously, he must have known that information. He made his son a known actor now, you know, because he put his son on in position to be the actor for him. Then he unfollowed him on IG. I wish it stopped there, though. It didn't even just stop there. 50 takes it to the next level and says, if the views on the next season are not right, it's the last season of BMF. So now, first thing I want to know is this. Is Big Meech wrong for connecting with 50 Cent's op? That is a magical question, because I think of it as Ross knew what he was doing. But I don't think Ross doing it for free, and I would think that there's some money attached to it. But one thing about 50 is 50 has made his career attacking anybody that has ever not liked him and associated with anybody that don't like him. So for 50, this is a game. I feel like a person like 50 waits for opportunities like this to pop up, where artists just slip up and forget that 50 is who he is. Now, let me just break down how this is crazy. I looked up Tammy Cowins and stuff, and they are calling her an informant. That's a lot of the talk that I'm hearing, and that's what the documentary is going to break down, all the stuff that kind of got them caught up in the situation. Now, I didn't want to leave this whole story just in the air. I wanted to give y'all some more backstory. Bleu DaVinci, which is a member of BMF, actually spoke on this months ago. He spoke on this whole situation, and he spoke on her paperwork, and this is exactly what they had to say.
Oh, yo, Meech, what's up with this, with the move, with the TV show? Like, where y'all at with that? He like, oh man, it's almost done. The contract almost done. It's almost done. We're gonna be starting. They're gonna be, you know, starting to cast it or whatever, right? He like, I just gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, You know what I'm saying? I know where we at with that. And Tammy is a government informant. She's a co-producer of the BMF Starz TV show. Basically, she became the owner of what Meech has as BMF Entertainment, his company from prison. His company, she became the owner of it in 2008. And in 2009, she became a government informant. In 2010, she did a case that was pertaining to a guy that Meech met in prison and one of Meech's homeboys of 26 years.
So, based off that information, you already know what's going on. He's saying it is what it is. So, in my mind, I felt like 50 knew in the beginning what the situation was. And I think that being the person that 50 is, he had to keep something around just in case. And he knew that his forever card would be that he knows what Big Meech did. Now, a couple of years ago, they had like a little bump in the heads or whatever because of Big Meech saying something about what 50. And 50 didn't say nothing then. They just kept going on with the show. And I think 50's relationship with Big Meech is a lot different from his relationship with Southwest T. Now, if his relationship with Southwest T is probably more laid back, you know what I mean? And Big Meech probably want to be more out there and about. But it's kind of hard to be out there and about when you're known on paperwork and you live the lifestyle that you live in. See, that's the only thing, guys. If you're a civilian, like let's look at 6ix9ine, for instance. If you're a civilian and you get caught up in a situation where they label you like that, you're a civilian. You're not supposed to really be of that. But like once you cross the line, 6ix9ine, for instance, and you just start doing stuff that are of that, then you got to deal with the ramifications that come with living that life. So it's kind of crazy. I just think that 50 was able to capitalize off of it in a mega way. 1. 2, he was able to capitalize on, like, the fact that he released this information now, right before this event, is going to be crazy because, I mean, a lot of these artists claim to follow a street code. So I think we might as well just be honest. Any artist that we see show up at this event is not a part of that street code. They're just not. Because there's no way you can tell me right now that you'll go perform for 6ix9ine if you were part of a street code. So, you know, I'm fair. If he did anything along them lines that was not in that code, then, you know, he got to deal with what he got to deal with. But, yeah, I want to know your guys' views on the situation. And, is 50 wrong? You know, are you supposed to let up on the people on your ops? Are you supposed to let up on people that try to bring you down? Because I wouldn't. I'm not letting up on nobody. I feel like if you ever play with me, it could be up whenever I feel like that. So, you know, people deal with situations differently. I think you got to know when to play with a person like 50 and know when to leave them alone. But I don't know. This is a lot of information to grasp. I think it's good for the culture. I like hearing these niggas, you know, go back and forth. But y'all let me know what y'all feel. Above my head is all 4 of my channels, even this one. So make sure y'all subscribe at the top bell. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.